Hi, my name is Bonnie Eskie and I live in Santa Cruz, California. I've been practicing Qigong for about 4 years. I'm a certified Qigong instructor. And I also have a long history with Tai Chi. I studied Tai Chi for 12 years as well. My father had Alzheimer's and died of the disease. This is many years ago. And my mother had dementia. And then more recently, I was a caregiver for an elderly man who had Alzheimer's. And I learned a lot about the disease. And I ended up just privately doing classes with him. We would do lots of walks in nature. And actually, initially, he became a client because he came to one of my Qigong classes, and he was a student for quite a while. And then when he was getting more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more advanced Alzheimer's and needing more care, he stopped the classes, but we continued with the Qigong. I must say that I learned quite a bit from Michael, my Alzheimer's client. And a lot of what I learned was about the different levels and degrees and forms of communication that's possible in human interactions, and especially even nonverbal, because Michael, even though he was very capable of doing a lot of movement, we went on a lot of long walks, we would go on a hike every single week to beautiful spots in nature, and part of that is I discovered it was a kind of an idea, let's see what happens if we're in nature. And I just noticed that as soon as Michael would end up, being, let's say, in the redwoods, or we would go to Land of Medicine Buddha, he would just light up. And after, a walk, and a lot of the communication between the two of us was nonverbal because Michael could not communicate verbally. He lost almost all his ability to form complete sentences. And so I got creative. And we ended up doing theater play and singing. I'm a singer, and we would go on these singing walks. And I think something very, very important that I learned was the importance about music and how it relates to the development of social skills and communication. That seemed to be a really important component, and that how the instructor talked about how we're wired from all the way back to 10,000 years. We're wired to play music, to experience music on so many different levels, and so it really seemed to me that working musically, especially with people with Alzheimer's, and how the brain works and how it stimulates brain function, and there was a lot of how music stimulates brain function in a huge way, that it can slow the development of Alzheimer's and can help someone with memory. That music is maybe one of the most powerful tools that we have in working with seniors and elders and all kinds of people who are autistic, people that can't communicate verbally. Great tool for depression. That was another thing. It's just, and one of the things that I learned about Alzheimer's is that depression and anxiety go hand in hand with the Alzheimer's. And when I would pick up Michael, sometimes Michael was like this, no affect, totally depressed. And then after being out in nature and singing and movement, he was a whole different person. You would not have recognized. It's like, wow, this is powerful stuff. Yeah.